What's
about
up,
time to
everybody?
redo the intro.
Welcome in on to Dueling Aces for October 10, 2022. And we are just still buzzing, and Bruiser is seriously excited about his name tag. I'll let you continue. You're awesome.
49-0. 49-0. Where the idiot Ohio State fan who talked about Texas, suck it.
Yeah, we just jumped on. Hold on, give him a minute. He'll jump in once he sees around.
He said he just jumped on. Give him a sec. Oh yeah, Bruiser definitely wants a piece of him.
I can actually brag this week.
I almost had to turn our game off. I was so fucking pissed at the first half.
So we were at the Boy Child's fundraiser Saturday afternoon during the end of the Xfinity race. I got to witness the walk-off home run by the Guardians. And I was watching the Ohio State game. They had them all on the TVs. And I turned to my wife and said, the only thing that would make this day better is an Ohio State loss.
Oh, dude, you have no idea.
Yeah.
I thought that too. They hung with them for,
They hung for a minute. I was like, it could get interesting. And then it just was not interesting anymore.
Yeah, that was not the team for you to get that loss.
Hey, it was 20-13, and I was like, it could happen.
I can't depend on Sparty to beat them, but they can fucking beat us for sure.
What? Why?
Not this year.
By the way, so Zolt and I are both hockey fans. I think, and Adam's a hockey fan. Ewers, the quarterback for Texas. Has anybody ever seen a more epic redneck mullet than that? I mean,
no, that was impressive.
So are we calling this the majestic mullet?
It is damned close. The sides are shaved. It's curly on the bottom. It flows. I mean, I swear I saw Halo behind that helmet when he was bombing the field. It's great.
Why do I feel like this is like an ESPN 30 for 30, but like Matthew McConaughey is going to grow out a mullet and play Quinn Ewers?
He was there. McConaughey.
I know he's always there.
I thought on the one.
He's on now if you want to get your jabs in. It just shows us he's
on the touchdown to Standing. I can't remember the receiver's name.
Worthy.
It was Worthy, and then there's another one.
Okay, I don't know the other one. I just know Worthy because he was a Michigan transfer.
And Ewers was an Ohio State transfer.
Yeah.
So, no, it was the Johnson touchdown when they went up like 35-0.
Oh, the running back.
He ran into the end zone, and he went through the back of the end zone and almost ended up in Bevo's pen.
You don't want to do that.
I mean, he damn near ended up in Bevo's pen. And I tell you what, I thought the moment where it was going to turn sour was when we had him turn it over on downs, and then we were driving down the field, and then Ewers threw the interception. I thought that was the turning point right there. I'm like, well, this has been fun.
But you guys hold on. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Yeah, Doug, either get on or get off.
He's not going to join because the Raiders are playing. He's always been that way.
Yeah, well, he's got a phone.
I was doing it with the Texas game. They scored the one touchdown. I threw my arm up in the air. I was like, fuck yeah. Like the girls at the Plasma Center looked at me. They're like, what are you watching? I was like, Texas.
Why?
Yeah. The one girl's wearing like an Ohio State scrub underneath her lab coat. She's like, why don't you like Ohio State? I said, fuck Ohio State.
Literally.
Well, as I said,
I will go through the numbers. 311 games played by Oklahoma since the last time that they were shut out.
wow.
167 straight games with an offensive touchdown scored by Oklahoma. Gone. Largest margin of victory in the Red River Shootout ever. Largest loss for Oklahoma ever. You have to go back to 1945 when they lost to Oklahoma State 47-0.
Fucking dropping stats all here like Zolt.
No.
There were
I'm
a
impressed.
couple more, but I think it was like that was an ass kicking of epic proportions.
But here's the real question: who does Texas lose to this week?
No one.
Because they are still drunk.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're gonna show up Saturday still drunk. I saw pictures from the UT. I have a buddy who lives down in Austin, right? And he took pictures from the campus on Sunday morning, and there's people passed out on the lawn in front of dorm buildings. He's like, it looks like a scene out of The Walking Dead. He said, I've never seen so many walks of shame ever. And he goes, it wasn't just girls. It was guys, too, coming out of sorority houses, just stumbling.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. I wish I'd been there. I'd have partied. I don't know. I think the deeper question is, what's wrong with Oklahoma, to be honest with you?
Lost 3 in a row.
3 in a row. That's a stalwart program in any conference that they're in. And
I think the bigger surprise is the fact that they gave up. I mean, you lose 49-0, but is Brent Venables being the big defensive guru that he was that led, Clemson to their 2 national championships?
you can't. So Sark did it right. Sark's playing this kind of like pressure zone defense down there, and it works because you can see he needs just a couple more recruits on defense for it to really set in and really work. But they were getting off the line. The kid who plays on the right side of the line, he's got the dreads coming out of his helmet. He looks like somebody just took a silverback from the Serengeti, put him in a Longhorns jersey, and just said, get him. Like, the kid is huge, and was just mauling people. You got Worthy on offense. You got the 2 running backs. The Ohio State guy's chiming in, isn't he? Talking shit.
He just said Ohio State number 2 enough said. I don't understand how they're number 2 when they played nobody. Granted, we haven't either, but I don't get it.
Well,
if you listen to the announcers on
Michigan's actually fallen to 5 too.
Well, because Clemson blew out fucking Boston College.
If you listen to the announcers on Saturday and they're talking about Texas stubbed their toe twice. They don't stub their toe twice. They're 5-0. They're in the top 10, and they might be a top 5 team.
Well, yeah, because you would have had Alabama beat, and you'd have had fucking Oklahoma.
If you beat Alabama and you still have 1 loss, you're still a top 5 team. I think they may get back into the top 25 this week with that win over Oklahoma, because that was a statement game. I don't care. You can talk about Ohio State all you want. Ohio State hasn't beaten anybody yet.
Yeah, he just said, he goes, I can't wait to play us. He goes, then we'll play somebody. That's pretty sad how bad the Big Ten is that you have to wait to the final game of the season to play somebody.
Well, the thing is they have also played Wisconsin, which normally is a strong team. And this year, the Big Ten is, unfortunately, extremely weak. And that's going to be a problem.
We have 3 teams.
A very big problem.
We have three teams: Michigan, Penn State, and Ohio State. Michigan and Penn State play each other this week up in the Big House. Now, following that, Ohio. No, it's a noon game. Ohio State has to travel to Penn State for the whiteout.
Big House doesn't have lights, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Does
they
it?
They have night games, and then Ohio State gets Michigan at home. So there's a lot of shit that could go down.
Hold on. What the fuck do you mean that Texas can't recruit?
I was going to say, there's plenty of football players in Texas. They don't need to go outside of Texas to recruit.
What do you mean Texas can't recruit? Quinn Ewers is from fucking the Dallas Metroplex. He wanted to go to Texas to begin with.
Some people say he's from Ohio State.
And then he had the ability to transfer back there and did. He chose to go there.
There's a lot of talks that he did that for the NIL money.
Could have. Better to be a starter at Texas than a third stringer at Ohio State.
Yeah, but they'll say, it worked out pretty good for Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
believe me, I know how they think.
He went to LSU and won a national championship there. Was he going to do that at Ohio State? I mean, getting blown out by Clemson. Or Alabama.
Which Alabama's so shaky. Like, they're so lucky right now that they've gotten.
Alabama's going to lose to Georgia.
They may lose it too. They can still get 2 losses.
I think Alabama loses to Ole Miss, and I think they lose to Georgia.
They even play each other in the regular season, because I know sometimes they avoid each other until like the championship.
They play each other regularly.
They have to.
They're in the same division.
Texas A&M should have beat them fucking Saturday.
Yeah, they're in the same conference and division.
And, the SEC, with the flood of talent that went there, it's one of the only times that trickle-down worked, because, they went to Alabama, they went to Georgia, they went to Auburn, they went to the bigger schools, but now they're filtering to places like South Carolina and Tennessee. And who'd have thought Tennessee would have been in a top 5 school?
I like Tennessee, so
I am loving seeing Rocky Top, being successful.
Oh yeah, especially when you're in Death Valley and that's all you hear is fucking the fans that are in Death Valley singing Rocky Top.
Just singing Rocky Top. There's not as much purple as there is orange in the seats.
And those fucking jerseys were badass.
It was great.
All right. I don't know if you guys seen this little word.
I did.
About Deion Sanders?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. The post game fucking skirmish where the coach wouldn't shake his hand.
Yeah. How classless.
That's not Eddie Robinson Jr.
I agree. That's classless. I just, it's like, look, you lost. Deal with it.
So I was watching a thing on Fitzpatrick earlier today, and he said the same thing about Tom Brady. He says, back in 2011, they were playing the Patriots when he was quarterbacking at Buffalo, and the Patriots needed the win to get home field advantage, and Buffalo won.
I saw that.
And Tom Brady ran off the field after the game, didn't shake anybody's hand, didn't talk to anybody, nothing. And he goes, since that day, anytime I've played Tom Brady, I have wanted to beat the shit out of him. I'm like, good.
Okay, see now, Wayne, if that's the case with Sanders, I didn't know that he was running his mouth earlier in the week.
Yeah, that was what the other coach said during his press conference. He's like, "You talk stuff about me all week, and all of a sudden we're buddy at the end of the game."
Okay, fair enough. I can see his point then.
Well,
yeah.
If it's you're trying to get your kids psyched up for a game, it is what it is.
And to be fair, he did shake his hand. He just didn't go for the bro hug like Deion wanted.
Yeah.
He shook his hand, went to walk away.
And And that's all you can do. That's all you got to do. By the way, we're about another week, and the fireplace back here at the chateau will be lit.
Or you can just be like Dalton, don't need one.
Well, it is a very nice, comfortable, 65 degrees in the back room right now. We went through the house and shut all the storm windows this weekend. Made me sad a little bit.
Trying to be at Texas and not make the playoffs than it is to be at Ohio State where you make the playoffs.
That's not what I said. I said it's better to be a starter at Texas than a third stringer at Ohio State.
At least you'll get some visibility.
Yep. And playing time. Because if your goal is to make it to the NFL, are you going to get visibility as a third stringer at Ohio State and mop-up duty, or are you going to get it starting at Texas?
Rewind about 4 years ago. Yeah, he did. And he got into the NFL too. Not long, but he got there.
So there's a question for you.
And he was the third string quarterback because the first two got out injured.
But you understand what I'm saying.
They want a pool temp update. Sean does.
Unfortunately, it's right now. It's at 76. We've fired the pool crew. We're looking for a new one to just.
Hey,
dude, 76.
I got a guy. TGE Pool Services, Mark St. Clair. Give him a call.
Okay, but do they travel? I might need to book a flight.
Oh, Mark.
Okay, all right.
Mark will travel anywhere.
Hey, 76 degrees. You might start growing algae real soon. You need that pH balance, man. You got to keep that.
I forgot we're going to do this every week.
It's struggles, man. Struggles.
It's that Rite Aid money.
I had to mute for that one.
Oh my God, Wayne.
Did you see, as long as we're talking just about random news and stuff, did you see?
Well, no, we're not. We're really not. I've got everything lined up here.
Well, we're going to fuck that all up. We don't give a shit. Did you see what NASCAR put out today? That they are reviewing video and radio transmissions to the 41 car over the final lap of the Roval yesterday to see if there were team orders for the 41 to move out of the way of the 8s or the 14 so that the 14 would take the 8th spot and bump Larson out. But if there's any penalties to the 41 team, it won't affect the round of 8 playoffs. So Larson still won't get in. So Larson lost. Larson hit the wall, blew a toe link yesterday, was 5 laps down. His points gap shrank to where he was 8th. He was on the cutoff spot. Towards the end of the race, Cindric was in over Larson. Eric Jones bumped him. Cindric spun. Larson was in at that point. There was a restart. Chase Briscoe, who is a teammate of Cole Custer's in the 41, Chase Briscoe driving the 14, gained a couple spots, was tied with Larson in points. If the race had ended there, Briscoe would have been in over Larson because he had the best finish in the round of 12. He had the best average finish. Larson did not. So it didn't matter. They were coming down the backstretch into the backstretch chicane. Custer checked up to move out of the way of Chase Briscoe and blocked Austin Dillon in the 3 and Eric Jones in the 43, and Custer went right on by and finished a couple of spots greater and then ended up gaining more points. So NASCAR is investigating to see if the 41 cheated for Briscoe. which to me makes absolutely no sense because you didn't penalize Chase Elliott last year after Bristol when he intentionally blocked Kevin Harvick and allowed Larson to pass him. And even went on the radio and said, "Where's the 5 at? I'm going to help him." You didn't penalize Joe Gibbs the year before when team officials came over the radio and told Eric Jones in the 20 at the time to not pass Denny Hamlin because Denny Hamlin then would have been in and Kevin Harvick would have been out going into the championship 4. So you don't get to play cop the day after when you didn't do it at the race.
Yeah, I didn't watch shit with racing yesterday.
Hey, I didn't set my fantasy line. I got in the car after rugby, and as we got in the car, I turned the race on, and I heard, "And that's lap 1 of the Roval," and I went, "Fuck!" I thought it started at 3.
I did too. That's why I wasn't messing with anything. And then I was out to lunch, and all of a sudden it's like, oops. Oh, well. I said, I know I still had a solid crew in, but that's all right. I
ended up pretty good. The point situation's getting awful hairy in the top 4.
Speaking of things getting hairy, Tom Brady's getting a divorce, peeps. We we figured this much. It's like, why did Tom come back? Well, maybe because he just couldn't stand being at home with the missus and the kids. It happens. They're used to just having that little window of time, and then, it's, hey, we're back out on the road, and I don't have to deal with it. Proves to be real interesting, real fast.
That's probably why he's playing like shit.
He did fine this week. I told you, he got pissed off. Tom Brady plays so much better.
Okay, can he get the rest of my fucking players to do the same? Because when I look at my fucking roster and I have from like the second running back down, not even scored fucking 50 goddamn points in Georgia's league, there's a fucking problem.
I had so many zeros this
That's
week.
okay. Tom has another good week coming up. He's got Pittsburgh. Relax.
And
He'll do it again. Do it again, but after that, there's no promises.
The problem with Pittsburgh is like that could mean it's a really big game for Fournette, not necessarily for Brady.
True.
Because you get to a certain point, and it's like, well, why the hell, we ain't throwing the damn ball.
Right, but Tom never comes out of the game anyway. It doesn't matter.
True.
It doesn't matter. What? Yeah. Speaking of such a ordeal, yeah, this is how much of a marshmallow that Tom Brady is. By the way, the worst roughing the passer call in NFL.
Tom's not the one that through the flag. Don't blame him.
It's not Tom Brady's fault. He did not throw the flag.
Thank you.
That is garbage.
It's a garbage call. You're absolutely right. That is a garbage call.
That is a tackle. That is called tackling. That is called.
How is that roughing the passer?
They said the way he threw him to the ground.
When the referee who's part of the broadcast booth even says, I don't know what he was thinking, there's a big fat F coming on your grade card for your officiating and your crew.
They talked to that ref after the game, and he said it was because of the way he slammed him to the ground, or it looked like he did.
And the thing is, that is
he's gonna come up with any excuse notable.
But that's the thing. That's the second week.
That's a tackle.
That's the second week in a row that ref has thrown a roughing the passer call on what was clearly not a roughing the passer.
Yep. That's going to be another big fat F for him.
Send him packing. Bye.
It's not going to go well.
Yeah, because a lot of people think that cost Atlanta the game.
Active crew when you keep doing that.
I mean, it certainly kept them from actually making an attempt.
Thanks,
They were
Jimmy.
they were there. Thanks, Doug. I have him too.
Now Doug's in the chat doing fucking updates.
Oh my God.
Now he's in the show. See how he played you? He found the Suds loophole.
Yeah, I found the Sudbury loophole. But yeah, it's just like, come on, guys. That's really getting ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
14-0 Raiders.
Yeah, that's not helping with me giving Jamie a 7-point lead on the points ordeal. The Kansas City better step it up pretty fast.
And here's the fucking Raiders shit again. We all picked the Chiefs, the majority of us, and they're gonna, you know what I mean?
It's fine. I would pick them again.
Well,
yeah,
there's disappointing ordeals. My bracket's been busted. The dang Mets choked the chicken, so oh well, so much for that. I almost picked the first 4 rounds. But this is what we've got now. Cleveland and the Yanks sounds like a broken record. And Seattle and Houston, Philly and Atlanta, and the Dodgers and the Padres. I was just getting there, Dave. Relax.
Let me tell you, going to a baseball game that goes to 15 innings, it's not fun. That's fucking long.
It is a long game. It's like being at a hockey game that goes into two overtimes and you're going, okay, we're ready for a third. Let's go.
I just can't get over these fans that won't let the Indian shit go.
I'm still not going to let it go. I refuse to call them by the other name. You will not see not one bit iota of anything from those guys.
But yet you still pick Kansas City.
If they were in the World Series, I will turn around and personally find somebody literally to make an Indians World Series championship shirt.
Good Lord.
It can be done. And if they do win it all, it will be done. I refuse to turn around and acknowledge them by the other name. Refuse.
I've accepted it. I mean, it's nothing.
I did whatever floats your boat. I'm good with that.
They're playing damn good baseball.
Yeah, ESPN said it and did it twice during the game. Yep. Even locally, they still turn around, they slip up, and they say, yeah, the Tribe still finished it in 15. It's like, yep, they will still turn around, and there are people who still do it. It's like,
I mean, how awesome would it be to see like a Cleveland, Seattle, and Philly and San Diego Final Four?
I happened to message friend of show Marcy, said, hey, you guys take care of Houston, we'll take care of the Yanks, and it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. Sean, I don't have to give anybody shit.
Sean's been on this. He's been on that pedestal about, getting on people's shit about the Indians.
Yeah. Oh, well, too bad. That's just too damn bad. Not that worried about it. Not that worried about it at all. But yeah, I told Marcy, I said, it would be pretty cool if that happened. It would be really cool if it did.
I remember I gave you the ammo if it were to happen.
That?
The friend of show comment about, if they make it, it'd be the fucking easiest fucking World Series win ever.
Adam, this is actually on Facebook. This is coming up on year 3. And I've actually had it for 8 years now. So I've had it for quite a long time already.
Or you could answer that question with approximately 8:35.
And which not a chance in hell, Sean. Not a chance
dude, if that happens, you better.
in hell.
You'll be running the show for a while if that happens.
I'm going to be looking for the 480 bridge. Good.
At that point, you might as well just go jump from the Guardians bridge.
And then Trey Lance gets traded to the Browns.
Oh, no.
Adam will be looking for the 480 bridge.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Adam's already in some weird peril. I was going to say, we'll just roll right into the peril. Matt Rule got whacked today.
Saw that coming.
At least one fucking team knows how to get rid of a coach midseason. The Browns are fucking waiting on Joe Woods for whatever goddamn reason. I was half tempted to drive the fucking Berea at halftime and pick his ass up and take him wherever the fuck it was away from our stadium. And any headset that had anything to do with our fucking team.
I think we might have hit a nerve.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, we all knew this was going to happen. I just didn't expect it to happen in the season like this. But thanks to the 49ers for helping us push that through.
And of course, Matt Rule being gone means Carolina is just floating out there dead in the water. And who picked up the phone?
Two teams did, actually.
Did
you catch the second one?
I know the Buffalo one. Who was the other one?
Denver.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, I was going to say, they are hurting.
I think they have
either way,
more
he
problems.
on the NFC.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this is. I was wondering why that also didn't.
It's Hackett's first year. That's why.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what. For an offensive guru, he better start showing something because
it's
that offense
very
is non-existent.
I don't know what it is. He is not. I've noticed two things, and I saw a lot of what was going on from replay with Denver. He is not letting Russ audible. And that is going to cost him.
Here's the thing. We throw the stat out there about Matt Rule and his, wins when the opponent scores 17. You know how many times Denver has scored 17 points this year out of 5 games?
3.
Once.
Oh, shit.
I'm done.
They've scored 23 points in week 4.
That was it.
It depends on where the guy is actually.
Nope. He's not listed as a QB anymore.
No, he's listed as a tight end. I'm going to throw it in my tight end slot.
Listed as a tight end. Yep.
What's he talking about there?
Yeah, but Saban quit.
Yeah.
Saban quit.
I don't think Hackett's going to quit. Although, Russ might be happier if he did.
Oh, I think Russ would be extremely happier. And I love the Photoshop pictures, by the way, of, this guy's wide open. No, that's not quite the right pictures. I love the Photoshopping that's being done. They're like, Russ is blind. It's like, dude, the KJ Hamler play, okay, I give you that one. But on the initial check, he checked him first and then flipped left. So you can't blame him. It's like he's running through his reads. And it's half a dozen of one thing and, the apples and oranges. It's like, you can do what you can do. I mean, that offensive line for Denver right now is not very good.
And they just lost their biggest Bolas too, so he's out for the year. So that's an even bigger hit.
Russ is going to be running for his life like he was in Seattle.
Huh? Should have gone to Cleveland, bitch. At least you had an offensive line that would have saved your ass.
Yeah, I was going to say he would have been better off. He would have been a lot better off. Yeah, why the Zolt's thing is going bananas for me here.
I'm doing what? Wait, what? Huh?
Like
What am I doing?
the sleeper notification thing keeps going
Oh.
up, and now I know
you actually
why.
now you have somebody playing.
Yeah, because I have Jacobs, and
Yeah, he's taking names apparently.
yeah, I have Jacobs and Waller going. Oh, and I just won. That's why.
Good job.
138 plus. All because I couldn't flip a running back last week. I'd have been undefeated. Would have beat a certain individual in the bottom freaking right hand corner.
Yeah, all I'm saying is Champ he's having a rough start to the season. Down to 1-4.
Hey, all I have to do is say thank you, and thank you. But I'm sure it will be the last time Shrods lets me have any set of that combination ever again. If he can prevent it from happening, he will. Sorry, Bo. Bo, what's happening? We're just
We don't know, Bo. We don't know.
See football stuff to pop in.
We switch back and forth from real football to fantasy football like it's nothing, like it's the same thing.
Like flipping a switch.
And I mean, hey, it's we're just combining a few things here and there. No big deal, right? Combining both setups anyway. Speaking of Bo, his book, The Race Against Race, cracked Amazon Top 100 at number 13. Just congrats on that, Mr. Bodine. That is awesome. I'm going to turn around, and since I happen to see, I saw that post over the weekend. Congrats on that, sir. That is very cool. That is very cool. Okay. The boy child definitely has not surpassed Doug.
That's fine.
On the picks last week, he got 7. You're welcome, sir. And Doug's actually up to 10 picks, correct? Well, right now, I think it's the last time he might go against the Raiders, or he might just keep doing this just so that the Raiders win.
I didn't expect the boy child to pull wonders.
Actually, he was at the rate some of the games were going, he would have been on fire.
Here's the thing, though. The real question is, did the boy child do better than the dice did the week before?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
He did better than Bird.
Yeah, Mr. Burge only got 6 correct.
Are we doing picks now?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
The picks now.
Thomas!
Now, this week, and Bo, just a heads up, this week does start the bye weeks. So when you and Joe jump in for yours, remember, bye weeks. The Lions, Raiders, Titans, and Texans all have a bye week this week.
You're gonna help me.
Wait. Again this week. The Lions are on a bye this week?
The Lions are on a bye this week.
All right. That's a good
What's
week.
the over-under on the bye?
36 and a half.
I was going to say the over-under is the bye week scoring 36 and a half.
Did Doug already give his picks?
Yes, he did give me his.
Okay, excellent. Then he's chicken shit because he said earlier this week, I'll be there Monday to pick against the boy.
He would not be here this Monday, but the next week Monday.
He won't be on when the Raiders are on Monday.
He would be busy watching the Raiders game.
Okay. So next week Monday. Next week we're gonna go head to head.
Yep.
All right.
Next week.
Thomas, come here.
Yep. Next week. Next week we will get him.
You might as well just bust a wheel out for the first fucking game.
I forget what the challenge was. I don't think there was any bet with it. I just said
it was just
Thomas would do better than Doug. And yeah,
That's not true.
Yeah, I was gonna say the thing is, this past Thursday game, despite the fact it was possibly the worst Thursday night game we've ever seen, at least on paper looked okay.
Yeah.
This one don't even look okay on paper.
oh god,
This is gonna be hard to swallow.
it
For
never
anybody.
fails. Look whose
Oh, I
head
was about to
decided
say
to
that's what
pop
she
up.
said.
All right,
Never fails.
so
Kirk down.
we have first up, Washington at the Bears.
Thomas, Commanders or Bears? Okay.
Do we even want to go over the fucking spread and the fucking over under all this shit?
This has got to be the ugliest and the lowest.
Over under 40.
It's 38.5.
What is it?
He said the Denver TV station apologized.
No, I thought you were giving the over under on it. I said it's probably 40.
I was gonna say I'd said 38.5.
It's 38.
36.
It's 38.
It's 38. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be ugly.
Well, at least this will be like a 2017 game if that's the case, instead of a fucking 12-9.
Stop.
Maybe.
Just stand
Hopefully.
right there.
Well, and you know who chimed in. Akers was not letting anything go, especially after yesterday.
Oh, I'm aware.
Especially after yesterday.
I'm aware.
And I'm sorry, but it's just like, wow.
I mean, wait, you mean Captain dead silent until something comes up once in a lifetime that proves his point?
Well, yeah, it is what it is, right?
Listen, there were so many more death threats that I wanted to put into the chat yesterday, but I think I wish you would do the world a favor and drink a gallon of bleach. Kind of sent it home.
Oh, man.
I thought I was going to get the boot for that one.
I wasn't paying attention. It's just...
Yeah, I was outside all day yesterday.
Yeah, sorry we can't have all Justin Tuckers of the fucking world.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doug.
No, God, Doug.
Yes, Doug, it's kind of common sense, but that's fine. We're just gonna...
Doug,
you know.
We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're not lowering this show to that.
God. It was...
Look, I will take this show to some weird places. We all know this.
Yeah.
There are levels I will not go to.
Yep.
Picking the Texans?
That's the Texans. And you're in that elevator and you've got 6, you got 5, you got 4, and way down at the bottom, underneath where it says B and B2, it's got an A for Akers. I'm not hitting that button. We're not going to that floor.
I went there yesterday for a little bit, and I was about ready to commit seppuku because I didn't want to deal with him anymore.
It's not worth it. It's not worth that feeling in your head. It's just your blood pressure increasing. It's not worth it.
He could have waited till the fucking game was over to fucking run his mouth. Like, I was hot from losing the game and did not want to deal with his shit.
Now, as I said, I was at lunch with my cousin and my uncle and a whole bunch of family, and the Chargers were literally, they hadn't even gotten in to score to take the lead yet. And my cousin, the TV is actually to my back. And my cousin said, oh, man, he goes, the Browns could have had it there. And I said, I turned around and looked real quick. They were around the 40 or something. I said, that's okay. I says, the defense is about to give it up on the next, I says, in 2 plays. I says, and the Chargers will score and have the lead probably by like 7 or 8. Sure enough, in 2 plays it happened. My cousin looked at me and he goes, "How do you know this stuff?" And I went, "What?" He goes, "The Chargers just scored a touchdown." I said, "I just know the defense." I said, "It's just going to be this bad."
And I love how the announcers kept throwing. Go ahead.
Hang on. But wait, there's more. Y'all can blame Bryce because for the 3rd time, York comes up to kick the field goal, and he goes, "We got this." And I was like, "Bryce, you said that the last time." I says, and he blew it. He goes, "No, it's okay. He's got it today." Right to the right. And I went, "Bryce."
Russell Wilson breaks his leg.
I said, "Bryce, people are going to hate you."
But no, it doesn't help that
he thought with 1:55 left against the Jets that the Browns had it in the bag. That was his quote. And I said, "It's not over until that clock is all zeros and the referees have not thrown a flag and said the game is over."
It's
over.
I'm going to send Cade York a Norwood jersey in Browns colors to Lou Groza Boulevard.
You sent him a Finkel jersey.
Yeah, but if it was a Finkel jersey, that would imply that the holder screwed the kick up and not Finkel.
Yeah,
laces out.
Right. Well, the funny thing is Waylon posted that little snippet of Bryce after seeing Bryce throw the touchdown with the practice squad team. And I was almost half tempted to ask him where he put that, because that way I could turn around and put that. The Browns turn around and are signing the 11-year-old to kick field goals. At least somebody's going to make them. And I was going to do that. I was totally going to do that.
Do the Browns re-sign Austin Siebert now that the Lions waived him?
Dude,
Why?
you're talking about somebody that couldn't make the Lions.
Right.
Hey,
you don't want him.
He was pretty consistent this year. He got me some decent points a kicker.
Until it actually mattered.
All right, let's finish this up. So far we got 3 bodies going with the Commanders. I did not see Burridge's, unless he shot it to me in text message. Come on. Can I go back? See. No, I do not have Burridge yet. Mr. Burridge, your picks.
He's too busy to lotion on the skin.
Adam, we'll come over to you. Who do you want?
Neither at this point, but I guess I have to pick one.
I was going to say, you want the wheel?
I'm always taking the Bears because they're the home team, and I'll probably live to regret it next week.
Actually, I'm kind of with you. I'm going with the Bears because they're at home. There's no other reason behind it. Mr. Zolt is muted, so we don't know.
I'm curious. I'm curious how Wentz responds to Rivera's comments.
Rivera's comments about
about him being the reason that they're losing. That's got to be a pretty rough thing to hear in the press.
For sure.
Especially when he's actually had a couple decent games and then has had some bad ones. I mean, but at the same time, we're not going to sit here and say that Washington's defense has been the greatest thing we've ever seen.
Right.
Oh, Chase Young's not playing.
Well, I mean, they're not outside of what I think one game. They haven't been like blown out. Everything's been close.
Yeah.
Everything's been close.
And you know what? Wentz, I'm not going to sit here and say Wentz has been playing great football. I mean, it's Carson Wentz. It's pretty rare when he plays great football, but I don't. They can win. You can win with a mediocre quarterback. So make it work. Seattle's looking Geno Smith is looking like
he's got the best QBR in the NFL so far this season. It's like, who the hell saw that?
Geno Smith looks like somebody named something other than Geno Smith. I mean, it's pretty impressive. Give me the Bears. They've actually got Mooney on track now. It doesn't seem to matter. Yeah, I was gonna say the running game seems to be clicking no matter which guy they've got starting. So if they could just protect Fields a bit better.
You're asking the Bears to have an offensive line?
No, I'm not. I mean, we're in their division. I'm actually not asking them to do that, but that's.
All right, next up, 49ers are at the Falcons. Ooh. I just cannot pick the Falcons. Just can't do it.
Thomas.
By the way, most of these 1 o'clock games are all over-unders in the low to mid-40s.
49ers or the Falcons? Okay.
Who do you pick?
The Falcons.
Again? I told them
he didn't want to utter that again. He's like, don't make me repeat it.
Wow, again? It's like, buddy, they're getting there.
Are you sure the Falcons? Yes. Okay.
Okay.
He's hey, you know what?
He was adamant on that one. Wow. Yep. All right.
He's got his choice. He's committed to it.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Adam?
I think I'm in the same boat as you. I can't pick Atlanta. I just can't do it. Give me the Niners.
Nope.
Give me the MVG.
Oh, Jesus.
We need a Jimmy G like Stone Cold Steve Austin with his arms up in the air with MVG across his.
Instead of a black vest, it's red and gold.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna force me eventually to wear the damn thing. Yeah, but even Bo goes, don't do it. Too late, Bo. He committed to it. Oh God. Okay, the first of the Jekyll and Hyde games. Will the
One
real
of these weeks I'm gonna get
absolutely
absolutely shit faced.
We have the Patriots are at the Browns.
Thomas, come here.
This
no, we're not done. The Patriots or the Browns? Okay.
Who do you say? I'm gonna spank somebody's butt in a minute.
Tell Kelly I said the safe word is peaches.
No, safe word's Garofalo.
Yeah.
Kelly just said she heard that. Kelly just said she heard that.
You said I'm going to spank somebody, and I said tell Kelly the safe word's peaches. And then Adam said no, the safe word's Garoppolo.
Yeah, Kelly got letting the dogs in, and she heard that.
Perfect timing.
Timing's everything.
Right.
I have to soundproof that door.
We're live, people.
Yeah, we're totally live. Oh Lord.
Well, I needed this after the day I had today.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right. So who did he pick? He took the Browns again?
He took the Browns.
I don't know. I think it was Matt Patricia pretty much knowing everybody on the Lions and just got lucky.
I'm thinking it was the Lions starting practice squad players because they did. They signed guys off the practice squad and they started. So that is what happened.
And I'm sorry, but I don't think that the Patriots.
No, that game does not
strikes twice.
No, that game is not indicative of what you're going to see. In fact, give me the Browns. I'm going to say it straight up. Give me the Browns.
Who's starting?
The Browns.
No, Zappy or Jones?
Hang on. I'll see if I got anything.
I think Zappy.
It's going to be Zappy. Adam's just like, I don't want to do it. I can't. It's been such a miserable.
Well, I tried to pick against him last week. I got the W in it, but it's like.
Yeah, your reverse mojo's not working.
No, because if I pick him this week, they'll fucking lose.
I have nothing on Mac Jones yet.
So Zappy's Pizzeria.
The thing is, I mean, Jones has actually been practicing. He's just been limited in practice. He could be limited all week again this week and not play. I honestly don't know.
I mean, like George said, it's a fucking Jekyll and Hyde shit.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Browns got to get something. They got to get it right sooner or later. So fuck it, give me the Browns.
And again, I said it before. It's like it's not like that was a clockwork offense when Mac Jones was in.
No. And the thing is Jacoby throwing that interception literally right to the guy. You really just got to sit there now and scratch your head and go, do you really try to shake it up and go with Dobbs this week?
They won't.
But how many more times can you literally take that mistake when he could have ran for the first down?
Well, like I said,
he had the first down all day.
He's doing his Baker Mayfield impersonations, and he's doing it in the fourth quarter with under 3 minutes. And that's when all his interceptions have happened.
It was seriously ugly. Next up, Jets are at the Packers.
Thomas.
Another Jekyll and Hyde. Not going to lie.
The Jets are the Packers.
The Packers just got tagged by the Giants.
Would they seriously lose to both New York teams in back-to-back weeks?
He did.
I'm just saying.
Boy said the Packers. Sir, oh my God.
Hello. It's a split right now. Clint went with Packers. Doug went with the Jets.
He's fine.
I was good until you said Doug and Jets.
Well, hey, Doug's got 10, so,
That don't mean shit. Any fucking sun will shine on a dog's ass every now and then.
Listen, Akers won in fantasy. Again. Shit happens.
Yep. I'm gonna call my shot. I'm liking the Jets. I'm gonna go with Salah again. So now it's truly split 50-50. Zolt, what's the numbers on that bad boy?
Packers are favored by a touchdown.
Ooh, nope.
Over under is 46.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, the Chiefs were favored by a touchdown at home, and they're getting their ass kicked right now.
True.
Pretty handedly.
I'm thinking, though, you just had a game where no wide receiver could catch that damn ball. And I think that will be, let's call it a emphasis in practice this week and in meetings and on film. So I'm thinking the Packers take this one, and it'll be a couple weeks before, these wide receivers realize that they're getting paid, state minimum.
Adam?
I really, really, really want to pick the Jets, but I won't. Give me the Packers.
Okay.
That's fair. I kind of feeling the same way, but that's probably my anti-Packers bias. So,
well, I don't want to jump on the Jets bandwagon until like maybe a couple more games.
I'll save you a seat just in case.
So when it comes flying by, I can hop on.
Yeah.
The thing with the Jets is they are very much a roller coaster team right now.
Well,
there are guys that just absolutely go off. Like this past week, their run game was phenomenal. But where the hell has that been?
Well, that's the thing. Is it's the second year. It's Salah's second year. he brought in his pieces in the offseason, and it's like, okay, let's get the chemistry thing going. Like we said, the first 4 weeks is preseason still. It's like, okay, now you're getting into the meat and potatoes of the schedule. Let's see what you can do. Handedly, you have to play the game still. It doesn't matter who's doing what where. You still play the game. And hey, it looks pretty solid. I'm not dissing it. Well, that too. They did have a very good draft. They did. Not definitely can't diss it. Next up, oh god. Oh.
What they have? Fucking 3 picks in the fucking first round?
Yep.
Or 2 picks in the top 10 or some shit like that?
Next up, the Jags are at the Colts.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is not a good game.
This is the what was this a couple of weeks ago? What was it already?
The Colts got shut out, wasn't it?
Let me go back to
Pretty sure the Jags shut them out.
in that game. Where did it go? There they are. Gotta bring that back up. I was trying to bring it. Come on, get out of my face.
I want to say it was like 20-0.
Trying to bring it back up. 20, yeah, it was 24-zip.
Or 24-zip.
In Jacksonville. Come on. Give me my damn stats, damn it. Thank you.
Yeah. So now I'm getting all the updates for trade rumors on different Panthers players. I just got one now for DJ Moore. Giants and Ravens are amongst the teams for DJ Moore services.
I mean, let's fair. This isn't college football, but the Carolina Panthers have just hit the transfer portal.
Yeah, it's the fire.
Want that NIL money? Come over here.
Yeah, it's the fire sale. It's the true fire sale.
And Bo says be careful because he's from Jacksonville.
Oh, don't do it, Bo.
Hey,
you lost to the Texans, bro.
Yeah, that Texans loss is. I think it's gonna tick Peterson off. It's like, dude, look, I whooped you 24-0. It's time to show that we can really pour it on.
I'm kind of with you. I think this is about a week. This is going to be a, you know what? The Colts are staring us in the face. They're literally half a game ahead of us in the division, thanks to that stupid tie. And personally, I have zero faith in anything the Colts are doing right now. So give me Jacksonville.
Yep, I'm taking the Jags too. What's the boy child screaming?
Thomas. Colts or the Jaguars? Jaguars.
He also wants the Jag. Kid wants the Jags.
Starting not to feel so good about my pick.
I'll just agree with what Zolt said verbatim and take the Jags.
Oh, over under is only 42 on that game.
Ooh. All right.
By the way, if you're hungry, George, dinner at my house tomorrow night is shredded corned beef tacos with pickled cabbage and horseradish sauce.
Trying to see where his route is tomorrow.
I'll keep you posted.
I was gonna say every Tuesday there's a food truck at the end of the street from like 5 to like 8. I think this week it's tacos.
I have come to learn from George that if Kelly could show up at my house like once or twice a week and eat, she would.
The Raiders have the ball, so yep. Apparently, Mr. Carr must have got the favor. Next up, Vikings are at the Dolphins.
Yeah, even Albert Bruden tweeted out. Come on,
I didn't see who's the Dolphins QB now?
Skylar Thompson, but they're saying Tua should be back this week. That's what is being said on Miami radio. On Miami radio.
What doctor?
Not any of the NFLs, obviously.
Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
Yeah. The street pharmacist says he's okay to play. I mean, I would honestly set the dude another week or two just to make sure he can gather his bearings.
I would agree. However, that doesn't seem to be the motivation of the Miami Dolphins.
So, I mean, if he takes another concussion, is he going to get up and just be looking like Michael Jackson from Thriller at this point?
Or he's just not going to get up.
Yeah.
And as I was trying to look that up, it says, interestingly, a couple of days ago that the NFL and Players Association have released their findings from the investigation of the Dolphins' concussion protocol for the quarterback and said they were properly applied with Tua on the 25th. But those protocols, now modified, were insufficient.
The protocols were not insufficient. They just found a loophole and went around it.
That was just going to say. In other words, they just pulled the suds.
Yes. Yeah. The entire loophole was gross motor instability. And the reason they threw the quote unquote back injury out there was because it gave them something else to point to and say, well, the gross motor instability was because of the back injury, even though they admit in their report they never investigated a back injury at the time. They never even examined him for it. But they were able to then say, well, the instability was due to the back injury, so he can go back in.
Yeah, I don't know.
So they took that loophole out. It's like it doesn't matter now what caused the instability. If you display anything like that, you're out.
Yeah. Okay, so
Thomas.
Vikings and Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Vikings.
I agree. I just don't trust the Dolphins until I see a reason to trust them right now. It's just really tough.
It's going to be if they sit around and come out and they go, yeah, Tua's going to start. It's like, yeah, okay.
Even then, I want to see it. I want to see, yeah.
Yeah, it's like we need to see the proof in the pudding.
And let's face it, the Vikings are finding ways to win.
Right.
And those ways are Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson.
Vikings are the Dolphins. Thomas says the Vikings.
I agree, Bo.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's at this point, it's just like, look, even if I'm Tua, I'm like, okay, dude, look, it's a no right now. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I literally have a guy right now who's been playing with the neck strain, and that thing's 50-50. And it's just like, yeah, what are you going to do? Adam?
I'm going to just take the Vikings for the simple fact that the Dolphins are just too banged up at this moment. And I mean, I got Waddle and Hill in a lot of leagues, and Jesus Christ, they couldn't give me shit for points this week. Because they're banged up.
They're actually both on the injury report today, which we did not actually do, but that's okay.
When you start at 8:35,
we would need 2 hours for that. We'd need 2 hours for that injury report. Are you kidding?
You're not wrong.
The Bengals at the Saints. This after last night, this sounds almost like the prison inmate game. Because I don't think either team, it's like nobody is being stellar, and both teams are struggling I mean, even last night, the Ravens struggling with Cincinnati. It's just not a good sign. I mean, the AFC North went from being the strongest group to now being the weakest.
Pay attention.
Who cares? Pittsburgh's 1-4. I'll take it.
What's that?
Pittsburgh's 1-4. I'll take it.
Well, let's
let's not put the cart in front of the horse. Wait for it, because I got a few comments when we get to that game.
So Cincinnati's got T. Higgins on the injury report, who is day to day. Apparently, he was day to day yesterday because that was a fat 0 on my roster. Thanks for making him active.
And the same game time decision ones, don't you? They will burn you so bad.
Well, I don't care if it's game time decision. Just if you're not going to play him,
yeah,
put him out.
Yeah, right.
And then the Saints, Chris
Olave
is in concussion protocol.
Yeah, that kind of hurts. That hurts a couple of my squads. I'm like, darn it. He is doing so well, too.
Yeah.
Kirk, come here.
You're asking the dog now what to say.
We're trying to clean his ear.
Do you want Bengals or the Saints?
Adam, who would you like? Bengals or the Saints?
Sit.
Oh, God. Bengals, I guess.
I will take the Saints.
Ooh. Didn't even ask the boy child.
No, he's
going with the Saints.
He gave up.
He's done.
He's like, I'm done. Dad, you're on your own. Oh, God. I don't even want a coin flip.
You still don't trust it.
Take the tie.
You know what? Why the hell not? I'll put the tie. I'll put the tie. No BS, folks. There you go. There's a
that was too easy.
Picked the tie. I picked the tie. Yep. I'm gone. Might as well. Just take the tie. Why not? Why the hell not? Yep, I'll take the tie. And if I hit it, I'll let y'all know what the Mega Millions numbers are next week.
I'll take those for sure.
Give me the Saints, by the way. Just I'm right now. I'm having a whole lot of trust issues.
Hey,
so we got.
I like the fact that Taysom Hill is getting.
I like the fact that there are ways to get the board. That's.
I'm liking that fact. I'm liking that fact big time. Here we go with the Jekyll and Hyde game number 2. The Ravens are at the Giants.
I don't know that it's a Jekyll and Hyde game.
Which Ravens team's going to show up?
Ravens team's going to show up. The one that gets toasted by Miami and almost beaten by the Bengals and struggles and kicks almost, well, they had to kick 4 field goals. Or is it the butt-kicking Ravens where Lamar Jackson can rush his butt off and then you just don't know. It's like, okay, this is why they play the games. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you who Vegas thinks is going to show up.
Yeah, I was going to say. Vegas is having issues. I think Vegas is using a wheel.
Baltimore is favored by 5 on the road.
Ew, that's a weird number. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a very weird number. take the 3 off from the home. Huh. Yeah, that's it is an odd number. Zolt, who do you want?
Let me go with the Ravens. I'm going to agree with the odds makers. I just think they're clicking right now. I'm sure they're going to have ups and downs. It's a long season, but they seem to be clicking for the moment. Granted, not that the Giants aren't, but the Giants are riding Barkley until the wheels literally fall off. Yeah.
The backup kickers. Yeah. And the Browns will be asking Bryce to be kicking here soon.
I'm pretty Lions took an ad in the Detroit Free Press asking for any kickers to please show up.
I got video to send. It's all good.
We're well aware of your reels for college recruiters.
Hey, and I'm proud of it, damn it.
Yeah.
Adam, who would you like?
The Ravens, but I don't like it.
Bruiser?
I'll take the Giants. 5 on the road is weird.
Yeah,
it is weird.
I agree. I'm going to go G-Men too. Okay, next up. Bucks at the Steelers. Pittsburgh, it's getting ugly. We told you, and it's about to get uglier.
Is this the highest fucking over under? I mean, the highest point spread between them?
Last week it was 14.
I was going to say it's not the highest for the week, but we are talking about a team heavily favored on the road.
It was 13 last week.
It's 8.5.
Damn.
Only 8.5? Wow.
But again, that's 8.5 on the road.
I'll take the Bucks, but I will ask if this continues and we have Tomlin's first losing season as a head coach, does he get fired?
He shouldn't.
No. Nope. I don't think so.
Think about it. You go back to the pandemic year, they got embarrassed in the playoffs by the Browns at home. Even the year before that, they've been on shaky ground for about 4 years now.
But they've been losing a lot of key pieces.
But again, they've been on shaky ground for about 4 years now and haven't replaced them either via the draft or with free agency.
Pittsburgh doesn't do things like everybody else does. So
I'm well aware how Pittsburgh does things, but
so again, I'm going to say no.
I could see him getting fired or retiring.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, just to backtrack. Bo, no, they didn't, but they should have, because they signed their kicker off their practice squad once they cut Siebert. I couldn't even tell you the dude's name, and I still can't. But I'll tell you what they did during the game, which was on 4th down, they went for it 6 times rather than have him kick the ball. That tells you everything you need to know. And by the way, they were 0 for 6 on 4th down.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's setting the world on fire, huh?
Ooh. Yikes. So Chuck Noll was coach for 22 years. Cowher was 16. And Tomlin's been coach since 07, which puts him at 15. I don't know. Bruiser, you actually bring up something interesting with regards to that. Could he turn around and just say he was done? I still don't think so. I don't think so. Tomlin does not. Tomlin definitely doesn't look like he's a quitter on anything.
I think he is going to be like Belichick. He is going to stay there
until
15 years past we think he's actually going to walk away. He will be there. They're going to literally have to change the locks on him.
Yeah, does Brian Flores get the job if he does?
No, I don't think so. Like I said, I don't see Tomlin going anywhere. I think Tomlin will have 5 or 6 more coordinators pass underneath him and come and go before that happens. Yeah, I would say no. Tomlin doesn't leave. With Noel doing 22, you could, like Zolt said, you could see him pulling probably Belichick and staying really late. I could see it. Let's see. He is how many years? And he's only 50 right now. Holy cow. Yeah, I was going to say, what, Belichick's almost 70, right? We had this discussion before. He's 68, 69. So, shoot, he does it for another 20 on top of that. He could be around a long time. He could be. All right, back to the picks. Anybody want the Steelers?
Hell
Steelers
to the no.
As I say, I don't even think Chipper does.
I don't want to talk about no Chipper this week. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
I'm no longer undefeated in the Dueling Aces League. That's okay. That's okay. We've had this discussion. You never want to be undefeated in fantasy.
Right. I was going to say, yeah,
never.
That's a kiss of death. That is a kiss of death to be undefeated going into the playoffs. Not a good idea. Next up.
This is an interesting one.
4:00 games versus the Rams.
Yeah.
The Panthers are at the Rams. Mr. PJ Walker gets his opportunity again. And for as long as the Rams are playing, I'm like, please let this kid have a good game.
But again, you're talking about Jekyll and Hyde teams.
Yeah.
Rams.
Wow.
Oh, the Rams.
Let me give you these numbers.
Oh, God.
The Rams are favored, shockingly, by 11 points at home with an over-under of only 40.5.
And how are the Rams at home?
Bad, like they're everywhere else.
They just got beat by the Cowboys at home.
Yeah, Vegas. It's tough to believe y'all when they're playing this bad.
Yeah, I believe they are 1-2 at home. I mean, I'm not going to pick the Panthers right now. Now, here's the thing. I normally subscribe to the whole head coach bump. You know, you get an interim head coach, and for at least one game, it's so close to a guaranteed win. I'm not going to say that with PJ Walker as your quarterback.
Right.
I'm giving it to the Rams. Because you are starting a quarterback that you do not know what the hell you're going to get. Granted, you had Baker in there, so you really didn't know what you were going to get anyway. But this is a whole nother scenario, and Aaron Donald is just ready to just give me the Rams.
Well, I'll go I'll go surpass a few churches and a couple synagogues, and I'm going to throw the Panthers in for a win.
Oh my Lord!
Yep, I think PJ, I'm hoping and praying for you, brother. Fantastic quarterback from what I saw with the whole XFL shindig, and the kid's got the skills, and it's just like, man, the Rams defense is just so bleh. It could definitely, like you said, the coach bump. I think it could be. I'll take the bump game here.
Okay,
take him.
Like I said, I'm usually all over it. I just do not feel it for this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'm taking the Panthers. Adam's like, you son of a.
Nope.
What do you, Bruiser?
The Rams.
Bruiser's like, screw you guys.
He's like, I don't care what you're talking about. It's the Rams.
Yeah. Adam?
I don't give a damn if you have PJ Walker, JJ Walker, Baker Mayfield, fucking Sam Darnold. I'm fucking taking the Rams by double digits.
Okay.
Well, I mean, especially since once CMC gets traded this week, I mean, who's going to be the starting running back?
Yeah, because now I have fucking 5 Panthers helmets signed by fucking McCaffrey. They're just going to be like in value.
Now they're collector's items.
Yeah. And I got to start trying to get another team. Start all over again.
Oh,
and
wow. Hey, everybody can grow. Come on.
And
a little faith.
Adam, let's face it, if CMC goes to the Bills, you don't think that improves his fantasy value?
Well, in my chat, I even said, you throw him under the Bills, you might as well give them a fucking ring. Because that's literally what they're missing is a stable running game. If he stays healthy, that's what the Bills have been missing. And then I guess I can drop fucking Devin Singletary.
Prison inmate game of the week candidate. Next up, Cards at the Seahawks.
This is so weird that both of these teams are in this situation.
Yes. And what are our wonderful numbers?
Cards are favored by 3. Here's the fun part.
Wait a minute. The Cards are favored by 3.
The Cards are favored by 3.
Seattle.
In Seattle.
Somebody in Vegas is doing some serious drinking.
And again, here's the fun part. The over-under is 51.5.
Oh.
So start your players.
Oh, I got Gino. I have Gino. I started him last week. I'm just going to leave him in there.
That's a random question. We're in what, week 6?
Yeah.
Week 6. So when does Hopkins come back?
Next week.
Next
week.
Next week. Yes.
Good.
Next week. Yes. I get to release the hound in next week. And just in time as Buffalo is on the bye week, Minnesota, the Eagles, and the Rams. It's perfect timing that he gets.
Perfect timing for him to show up at the facility weighing a linebacker, like 250.
And then they change the status to a tight end.
Okay, so far the picks are split between Clint and Doug. So, Mr. Zolt, what would you like?
Wow.
You'd like to go take a dip in the pool.
Yeah, I would. Man, this is one where
you can
if it weren't against my religion, I would ask you to pull out the wheel. So, let me go with Seattle. Let's have some fun. Let's ride the Geno train.
Oh shit! There is the neighborhood.
And pick up Kenneth Walker, people. And for the love of God, drop Rashad Penny.
Yeah.
I've been trying for the last 3 fucking weeks to drop Rashad Penny.
Hey, you can also pick up DJ Dallas too.
It should be a bit easier now.
Yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks. Bruiser, who would you like?
I'll take the Seahawks.
Adam?
Sea chickens.
Next up, how this team
Here we go.
flex.
Yes.
But
How is this a
I see
4:30
the
game?
game that's Sunday night, but it's like, wow, how did they not like even throw this on Monday night versus what the hell is on Monday night? When they made this schedule, it's like, hello, you guys screwed the pooch on this one. This better be the like national game on TV. Bills are at the Chiefs.
Well, this should be an easy pick by the way the Chiefs are playing right now.
I would pick up Kenneth Walker, but he's already on Zolt's fucking team.
Yeah,
And then Clinton picked him up in
happened.
another league.
Yeah, I think he drafted him. I was gonna say, I know I drafted and cut him after he wasn't playing.
I think I might have drafted him, cut him, and then picked him back up. I think.
Mark Ingram scores more points than Rashad Penny.
Well, he also has 2 legs.
Yeah. Yeah, Penny's out.
Yes, he's out for the season. Yes, he
Out
broke
for
his
the
leg.
season.
He is done. Kenneth Walker is the man.
DJ Dallas will be
I understand they have understudies, but I mean, considering what Walker did when he got in the game, he's going to stick around.
Yeah. I'm working on picking him up. Damn it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you and everybody else in my damn league.
I'm going to go Bills all day.
Bills are favored by 2.5. By the way, this over-under is 53.5. So if you weren't going to start everybody, start everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say, start everybody.
And I'm telling you,
yeah, exactly. See,
maybe actually, you might.
One of these.
But I will say this: Gabriel Davis will not be on my bench this week.
Is McKenzie going to be back?
Why did you have him on your bench last week?
Tried to get cute, and I put Godwin in there, thinking Godwin's going to have a day, and Gabriel Davis was coming off a horrible week. He didn't get targeted. Okay, here's the thing.
I got GD.
No. I'm going to explain something. Okay. Gabriel Davis, he had what, like 100 and something yards and 2 touchdowns? You know he only had 3 catches. So my fear is next week he only has 2 catches and it's for 10 yards. But you can't ignore what he just did. So he's going back in. Anyway, give me the Bills. After all that, give me the Bills.
I'm taking Buffalo. Bruiser?
The Bills. They're the best team in the NFL right now.
Well, outside of this next core, Cowboys are at the Eagles for Sunday Night Football. You've got Mr. Rush, undefeated, versus the Eagles, who are undefeated. Somebody's got to lose. Well, maybe. We still are in regular season, which means, yes, they can be a tie. If they tie, I quit. If they tie, I quit. This should be a pretty good damn game. I'm assuming the over-under is low.
Yeah, Eagles are 4.5. Over-under is only 42.
Yeah. On the nose, calling this shot. Nice.
I'm going with the Eagles. I honestly think I would probably take the over, and I think the Eagles are going to. I'm not going to say they're going to walk over the Cowboys. The Cowboys are playing interesting football right now. They're playing well enough to win. The Eagles are just playing. I don't want to say lights out, but they're playing inspired football right now. I hope they can play this inspired come playoff time because it's really early in the season.
This is their first real tough game. That's why I figure it's going to be a low scoring game.
Well, I'm thinking Cooper Rush is going to go out there, and this is finally going to be his first loss, and then Jerry's just going to, well, sorry, Cooper, you did okay, but
Come on
you
down.
know, come on in, Dak. Let's get you back in that game.
If Dak comes back, they lose. The Cowboys lose.
No, he won't be back this week. He'll be back next week.
Man, I've been going with the Cowboys. Picks were split so far. Wow, I really can't decide. I don't know. It's like the brain says the Eagles, but just don't want to ignore the fact of what the Cowboys and Rush have been putting together. Oh, God. The wheel even said the Cowboys.
Well, the wheel's not always right either.
Yeah, we know. I think probably the Eagles on the field goal. I won. Bruiser, who you like?
The Eagles.
Adam?
The Eagles, because they got Dicker the kicker.
Oh, God. And now we're on to Monday night.
Yeah, a Thursday night game on a Monday, but with a different team instead of the same team.
Here's the funny thing. When they were setting up the Monday night schedule for early in the season, they were looking at this as, hey, this is going to be
great TV.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson versus Justin Herbert.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be looking like garbage. The Chargers defense did not impress me yesterday. The Chargers defense was not impressive at all. And the Broncos, I know, signed Latavius Murray. That was before last week. I don't want to touch this one either. So, see, this is kind of funny. The Rams and the Chargers are both at home, so they get to flip that stadium pretty fast between Sunday and Monday.
Which is probably why they could not flex this game out of Monday.
I was going to say, that's probably why.
You really could just flex it off the schedule.
God, the Chargers defense looked just so bad.
Well, you have the horrible.
What's
Chargers.
the over? What is this? The highest over under?
No, not even close. The highest was Bills Chief.
Oh, the Bills Chiefs.
Yeah. This is only 45.
Ooh.
Because remember, Denver can't score. It doesn't matter how bad the defense is.
Well,
Denver can't score.
If Denver runs the ball, they're going to have no problem.
Yeah.
All you got to do is run the ball on the Chargers. That's all you got to do. Give it to the running backs. If Chargers can't stop the run, they can stop the pass.
Yeah, the Browns are going
pass all day long. They can't stop the run.
Chargers are favored by 5.5. The over-under, as I said, is 45. I'm going to go Chargers because I am not going to go Denver until they turn Russ loose. Let the man play his game.
Yeah, I agree. Let him audible at the damn line. Quit handcuffing him. Swallow your God-blessed pride and let the man play his damn game.
I mean, seriously, how many games do you think you're going to win scoring 16 points?
Yeah.
I mean, it's what you're doing is not working.
And I think if he loses this game, I think he could turn around and be done. I'll go with the Broncos one time. Why not?
I will say this: your two off-season acquisitions were Hackett and Russell Wilson, and one of them makes a shit ton more money than the other.
Yep. And guess who's going to go first?
Exactly.
Guess who's going to go first?
Is Nathaniel Matt Nagy?
He blows this on national TV.
First one, and it's at the end of the show.
What's that?
Listen.
Oh. There it is.
Been a quiet night. Only one.
Yeah, I was going to say, haven't had anything pass me up yet. So that means it'll be by here in about 2 minutes. Bruiser, who do you like?
Oh, the Chargers. Because fuck the Broncos.
Adam?
In Herbert, I trust more than I trust
Wow.
That's fair. That's fair. That's very fair right now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yep, it is. I'm lone wolf in that one. So, like I said, don't have anything from Ryan yet. Usually he even punches that in early. Oh, Adam. Adam's got it. All right. No problem. Let's bring up the Fluffer Nutter Part 2.
Yeah, I sent it to you so that way you can.
Yep. Getting there.
I think I know why they called this though. And let's see if you guys agree.
Let's see it. Let's see if it's more violent than Brady's. Come on.
Anytime, bro.
That ball's out.
Oh, stop. Jesus. Well, I got my damn. Oh, that's why.
I will see you boys next week.
I'll Bruce ready to take off.
Yep. All right, here we go.
He meant 95, but that ball's out clearly.
His body fell on it.
You can hear the crowd.
That's a fumble and a fumble recovery.
I don't either.
That is a fumble and a fumble recovery by the Chiefs. What in the hell? What in the hell was that?
They're going to say he came down with all his weight on him is the reason why they threw the penalty.
But the guy's watching it from the wrong angle. What in the holy hell is that? You gonna finish?
He meant 95.
Yeah, he stripped the ball. The ball is stripped out. As soon as the other guy, the front, technically one of the linesmen, should have thrown their little blue hanky out so that they could turn around and show that the ball was fumbled. That was a fumble, and that should have been reviewed. That was a fumble. I mean,
They called the roughing.
Kansas City should have been able to challenge that. They should have been able to challenge that.
Unless it was under 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks, Bill. No problem at all. Anytime. Have a good night.
We had a good time with him, and we had him on the one time, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, that's wow. Talk about garbage. Major garbage. And I'm noticing here that Kansas City already has turned around and
only down 3. They're coming back. And fucking Kelsey got rid of them.
I did see the report that at halftime, Andy Reid, instead of going in the tunnel, took his mic off and went over to can't remember who the head ref is, and just lit into him, and then went into the tunnel. So I guarantee you, he also lit into his team.
Probably. Damn, Matthew Wright made a 59-yard field goal.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, as I say, Mahomes to Kelsey, 4-yard touchdown. And that's the second of the Mahomes to Kelsey touchdowns.
I've never had Kelsey in fantasy, goddammit. I'm picking him fucking my first pick next year, goddammit.
George, tell me if this goes through for you. I'm trying to. This is the. I think it's the other roughing the passer call that same ref had the week before. It was for Josh Allen. Yeah.
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Come on. Come on.
ESPN must not have no faith in the Raiders because you know how they do the predictability or the win probability? Kansas City's still down 3, and they got them at 74.5% to win the game.
That's not even a.
No, because he thinks he still had the ball, so he's like still gonna tackle him. And it's like you got rid of the ball at the last second. It's like, what? You're not going to come in and finish off the tackle that you had? That's a normal freaking tackle. You know, even after the fact, it's just like, okay, so if he tucked it and he had the ball, you're not going to count that as a tackle?
His explanation after the game, it was a hit to the head neck, which it isn't.
No, it wasn't. Not when you're down by his midsection and pulling him down. Totally stupid. I mean, really stupid. Just, I don't get it.
All right, let's wrap this shit up.
And Jamie didn't think that 900 points was going to be possible. Now I'm only down by 320.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. He's like, oh, I got you. Okay. I had Tucker, Kelsey, and Mahomes, and I was only down 1,060 or 70. And Tucker came up with the $160 last night. Mahomes 323, Kels $146 so far.
Creeping.
It's gonna be a close one.
All right, boys. I will see you hopefully tomorrow night, George.
Yep, I was gonna say we thank you everybody who has tuned in and watched us. I know we did have several early on here, so thanks for catching us in late. Appreciate it. We'll catch you all on the flip side.